Hello everyone, my name is Callistus Chimwoba. Today I'm presenting Rising Above Misinformation and Fake News. On 24 July 2018, former President Donald Trump said, "Just remember what you are seeing and what you are reading is not what's happening." Trump's statement reflects the growing cases of misinformation and fake news, especially around political topics. Trump has also been accused of spreading misinformation as the United States edges closer to presidential elections. Misinformation and fake news will likely dominate social media channels. Misinformation and fake news significantly influence people's political decisions, such as voting. As a politicians and conspiracy theorists increasingly exploit social media to spread misinformation. The public must develop tactics to distinguish fake news from the credible news. Features that make social media engaging and the preferred source of information create the right environment for misinformation and fake news. According to Leza et al., the ease of sharing information on social media through retweeting, sharing, and reposting facilitates the spread of fake news and misinformation. People who share misinformation and fake news on the social media share a lot of information in general. These people do not bother to check whether the content they share is correct or wrong. As a result, misinformation is often entangled with other content, making it challenging to distinguish fake news from the truth. Although fake news is often debunked, it has a long-term influence on people's decisions. Erasing fake news and misinformation from the public memory is challenging, leaving long-term impacts on political decision-making. Although the U.S. never recovered the weapon of mass destruction that led to invasion of Iraq, many Americans continue to believe that either the army had kept their discovery a secret or the Iraqis hid the weapon so well that they avoid detention. While people can update their belief based on factual corrections, these changes have limited influence on people's decisions, such as preferred candidates. For instance, many people prefer Trump to other candidates, despite Trump making false claims on social media. So how can people prepare themselves to avoid falling victim to misinformation and fake news? Young people must psychologically inoculate themselves against misinformation to increase their vigilance against fake news. According to Lewandowski and Van der Linden, psychological inoculation involves a warning to motivate resistance and preemptive refutation to encourage fact-checking. People must understand that we are entering a period of extreme misinformation and fake news. One reason why fake news prevail on social media is that people do not stop to create or judge information before sharing it. Therefore, psychological inoculation based on factual truth rather than emotional appeal. How can people spot misinformation and fake news on the social media? One way to identify misinformation and fake news is by examining the credibility of previous information shared on the same channel. Most fake news comes from a few websites disseminated through social media. According to Leza et al., the observed concentration of misinformation and fake news on some social media channels makes it easy to spot unreliable sources. This concentration makes it easy for users to blacklist some sources as unreliable. Hence, young people should treat source of information the way academics treat scholars' sources. Reliable sources have a long history of disseminating fact-checked and credible information. On the other hand, unreliable sources have the history of disseminating false information that has already been debunked. This approach makes it easy to spot misinformation and fake news on social media. While social media has enhanced communication and information access, it has also made it easy to incubate and disseminate misinformation and fake news. The ease of sharing information makes misinformation and fake news hard to control. People unquestionably share information on social media without examining its credibility and reliability. Although people can update their belief based on factual correction, fake news and misinformation continue to influence individual decision making. Therefore, emotional inoculation is necessary to raise vigilance and resistance to fake news and misinformation. A deep dive into the source of history can reveal the pattern of misinformation and disinformation. Thank you.